Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a message for the collective. My messages are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Collective, if you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button so you can be informed when I go live. It is January the 1st. Thank you for y'all being here. It is officially January the 1st, 2026. This is the first day of the new year, of their new year. First day of our new timeline. Thank you for being here. If you're up and you're awake, I go live every morning, 8:15. I know a lot of people, was up. Doing whatever y'all were doing. Enjoying life, hopefully. Prayerfully. So we're going to do affirmations first. I am aligned with what is meant for me. I trust the unfolding of my path even when I cannot see the full picture. I release what no longer serves my highest good. My intuition speaks clearly and listens with confidence. I choose peace over proving myself. I am protected, guided, and supported at all times. What is for me arrives effortlessly and on time. I honor my boundaries without guilt or explanation. I am worthy of love, respect, and reciprocity. I move forward with clarity and calm. I am no longer available for confusion or mixed energy. I trust myself more each day. I attract relationships that mirror my self-worth. I am grounded, centered, and emotionally balanced. I allow life to meet me halfway. That's one. The number's 15. Take it how it resonates. 15 can also be 6. I am releasing old stories and stepping into my truth. I am divinely guided in every decision I make. I choose alignment over attachment. I am safe to be fully myself. I welcome ease, clarity, and peace into my life. I release what no longer serves me. I trust my intuition and honor my inner knowing. I choose peace over proof and clarity over chaos. I am grounded, protected, and divinely guided. What is meant for me finds me with ease. I am aligned. I am ready. I am at peace. My higher self leads me with wisdom and calm. I no longer entertain confusion or misaligned energy. I move in certainty, even when the path is quiet. I trust the timing of my life completely. I am the version of myself I prayed for. Everything I need meets me at the right moment. So, a message for the collective. Today carries an energy of truth, surfacing, and alignment, choosing you. What's been unclear, delayed, or emotionally heavy is beginning to make sense. Not because everything is explained, but because your intuition is louder than the noise. The message is, don't be distracted. The message is, was, and will always be, don't be distracted. Stop over explaining your feelings. We don't have to explain to people why we feel a certain type of way. We said what we said, that's the end of the story. Trust what's being shown, not what's being said. The beautiful thing about life is you have eyes, you can see. And whether or not people will acknowledge this fact or this truth or not, I told y'all before, a lot of people's intuition is messed up because of lovers, family, and friends. Because your intuition will be telling you something about a person, and they will be saying, no, I didn't do that. Meanwhile, back at band camp, they did everything that you thought they did and more. And then it comes out later, or you discover later, because the evidence is loud, that this is really what happened. You knew it. You knew that's what happened. But they told you that it wasn't. You're tripping. You're bugging. But these are the people that claim that they love you. These are the situations that are guiding, your decisions or lack thereof. The truth is important in all situations. Why? It allows you to make an informed decision. If your intuition, your gut feeling is telling you something, trust yourself before you trust the lying lips of. You have eyes, you can see. God is giving you, your spirit, your intuition is giving you that for a reason. Or you could just be like the rest of the people and love to be lied to. I choose truth over clarity, truth and clarity over the lies. I want to be clear. I'm always clear in a situation. And I can see when there's manipulation tactics. I can see when a person's not for me. I can see. I trust my energy. My energy's not going to lie to me. And you do with that information what you will. Because if 9 times out of 10, you always came back finding out that you were right about a situation, why are you second guessing yourself? Love and loyalty are important. Love yourself. Be loyal to yourself. And that's not saying being selfish or any of that. It's saying that the people that claim, and the reason why a lot of people are in the situations that, we put ourselves in is because of, we trusted that these people cared about us as much as we cared about them. You're not the same as them. You will never be the same as them. You will choose the truth over, and not for nothing, that's important. It's important for your journey. It's important for your pathway. You got it. Keep it up. Keep it up always. I need to take my own advice. Hey Zara, I love you. Thank you for being here. She said, hell lies within the heart. The earth is God's gift to heal, and hell within our hearts. Well, it's a thing. Exactly what we're talking about. Trust your intuition. People will be mad at you because you can see. And then once you call it out, you know what they do? And this is important because this is a great thing about learning and teaching, right? Learning and teaching ourselves, because this is Earth School, and Earth School is us growing, learning, and seeing what is happening, how everything is playing out, right? And you have different types of people here at Earth School. So you have the group of people that will stand on business. I said what I said. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. That's going to be the end. Then you have the other group of people that will double down on their bullshit. All right. So you see them, you called them out. They're gonna double down on their bullshit because they like the lie. It's like matter of fact, we're not gonna even go that far. Um, Release the need for validation from people who benefit from your doubt, because people will say, "I didn't think you can handle it." No, you didn't want the repercussions of what you thought I was gonna do when you told me the truth. That's a coward and a liar. These are characteristics of people. I'm sure people that you know. So there are some people that will say, I said what I said, and I can tell you the truth. But some people, even if I tell them the truth, they will insert whatever they thought. Um, this is what they meant. No, listen to the words. The words are important. And yes, people can mix up, some words or, get it twisted. Don't you get it twisted. Once they say what they said, hear them loudly and hear them clearly. But also pay attention to the words, because, people be good at talking. But because you have eyes, you can see. It's like a person saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. But every time you turn around, the person is doing something that's not leading in love. You wouldn't do that. And you can still love them, but not at but at what cost is what I'm gonna say. Not at a cost to you. That's two. The number's 828. All right, so how things go, because this is another thing about Earth School. That number just came out of nowhere. It's 828. The alarm goes off, but the alarm's not set to go off at 828. The alarm's set to go off at 8 o'clock because you have to be here. 828 affirmation for the collective. I trust the balance between giving and receiving. Abundance flows to me as I honor my worth and make aligned choices. I release lack, welcome prosperity, allow success to support my purpose. What I put into the world returns to me multiplied and divinely timed. I am stable, supported, and open to limitless blessings. So 828. All right, so um, 828 energy meaning abundance, power, reciprocity, balance, trust, alignment, manifestation, financial and spiritual growth. All right, so 8 is also a cycle, um, continuing, some like cycles and things of that nature. All right, so one of the things that we're supposed to discuss and talk about is um, old customs and old ways. And just so we're all very clear, I'm not being disrespectful to anybody, and I'm going to try to deliver this as easily as I can. Um, YouTube, y'all have been with me the longest, so y'all will understand probably faster than anybody else, because y'all already know how this goes. So, when I first came to YouTube again because I took a break and then I came back. It was 2021. I was going through spiritual awakening, spiritual hiatus, divorce, everything changing in my life, right? Which was creating sheer havoc. Um, and so, one of the reasons why people turn to or go towards like tarot or spiritual messages and things of that nature is because something is going on in their life, right? Something that they're trying to understand or grasp, right? All right. What ended up happening during that time is there was a lot of people sitting on a platform that didn't match my energy or my frequency. But because I was new and coming in there, we got to siphon through whatever is being done. But also remember, I said there's a lot of awakened people who woke up in another cycle, right? So they're awake, they, speak spirituality, this, that, and the third. But meanwhile, they're in the boundaries of the algorithm because the algorithm is going to choose where your information goes, or if it don't, or if it does go. So it's choosing everything. So most of the people that are speaking, maybe any form of real truth, their channels get suppressed, right? Because the algorithm don't want you seeing that. Like, why would you be telling people, the truth? Because of course we do not need that to happen. These people are all looking for somebody to lead them in a way instead of searching, themselves, right? Because although we are seeking us, we're also getting confirmations and direction from the universe, and the universe will send people. Okay, so what I noticed during that time is, and so I'm gonna just say me for instance. During that time, I was in trucking. I had a trucking company for 10 years. So I was working. I also had multiple businesses, some that were thriving at the time, but also some that were, God was showing me redirection. Um, some that was taking, that was going on, a little shaky ground, but there was a change that was happening, right? So, mind you, I had probably at that time 7 businesses, have my own house, own car, own everything, right? And I'm listening to people give me advice on the level that they're on because spiritually it doesn't matter until it does, right? Um, and not to say that anybody is up or down, is to say that everything is happening cons- consistent. No, everything is happening at the same time, consecutively. That's the word. So somebody may be going through whatever they going through over here, but somebody else may be having the most magnificent life ever, right? But everything is still running at the same timeline because everything exists. All right. So as I'm listening to some people talk, I'm saying, I can't listen to this because I already grew from there. So people are, playing with cards and doing whatever they doing. Meanwhile, I said to the people before, I'm not a tarot reader, but I can read tarot. Why? Because I also am able to read the universe, and it's not that hard. Like, all you have to know is what it means, right? That's it. That's all. Piece it together and understand it, or subconsciously, there's something that's going to take place in your mind, body, and soul when you see certain things, and that's what happens in the universe. So it's not a magic trick. Um, it's just a thing. Okay. So to me, I feel like anybody could do it. Um, but anyway, I kept making that stipulation because I didn't want anybody to get it mixed up or confused, right? Not that I cared, but when you're looking for something, the truth has to be the truth. And if they were looking for somebody to do this, that's not what I do. But I grew in a way where I had advanced, to different levels. So most of these people were sitting maybe in their mom's house or, wherever they were sitting. And again, I'm not judging. So why would I listen to a person that didn't have what I had, because they're not going to know how to they're not even going to know how to play on this level, period. All right, it's like new levels, new devils. When I heard a person tell me that or say, because they weren't talking to me specifically, I heard a person say there's no such thing. That allowed me to know that that person hasn't done too much. Why? Because there was a difference when I could spend $100 easily and when I could spend thousands of dollars easily. And a person that's never been able to spend $20,000 in a day is not going to know what that feels like. And a person that's never been able to spend $100,000 in a day is not going to know what that feels like. A person that can go and, spend $1 million in a day, a person that spends $100 in a day is not going to know what that person, what their life is like. So there is such a thing as new levels, new devils, because as you, no, yeah, new levels, new devils. When you go up levels, it's new stuff that you've never encountered. And I'm gonna say this before we go any further because I cuss and I almost slipped and cussed, and it's the beginning. And I said I'm gonna watch my mouth because not for nothing I like to cuss. I told people I waited my whole entire life to cuss, but as you elevate it and as I'm growing in my heart and as I'm growing in my spirit with God, and God know I cuss because I be cussing when I be talking. So as I'm elevating, as I'm growing and being allowed to do a whole lot more per se, um, I'm making a choice for me. And so if I slip, know that God know already, and God's still gonna love me even when I cuss. But I'm gonna make the stipulation to the people that are actually watching me, paying attention to me, and keeping me accountable. Because one of the ladies came in the other day and she reminded me. That's number two. No, that's three. All right, so that's three. And the only reason why I'm counting is because every time I go to want to turn it off, it's not. It's I keep hearing don't turn it off, snooze it. So I don't know when it's gonna stop. It could be on the next one. I don't know, but that's three. Mind you, we still on 828, and we're also still being accountable and talking to y'all. So it's three different things also happening, but something about the time is also being monitored. Um, New timeline. All right. So anyway, back to I'm gonna just say that if I do cuss, forgive me in advance. Um, I'm gonna be better tomorrow than I am today. All right. I'm gonna say that. Um, okay. So that's off the table. We gonna go to 828 is a powerful sign of balance, abundance, and karmic alignment. It appears when your efforts, especially the unseen ones, are coming full circle, and being rewarded. Um, 828, financial and material stability is strengthening. You're being guided to trust your decisions. They're aligned. All right. Reciprocity matters. What you give is returning amplified. Release scarcity thinking. You're entering a phase of substantial abundance. Um, you're learning how to hold power and peace at the same time. The universe is supporting you, building you, building you something that's going to last, not rushed, not forced. A lot of people are worried about their image or, lack thereof. And the message that I keep hearing is don't worry about what table you sit at. Worry about if God chose you to sit there. Um, and do with that information what you will. Take your heart resonates. Affirmation for 828, I am aligned with abundance. I trust the balance of my life. What I give returns to me multiplied on on time. Okay, so a reminder from the angel, stay grounded, make practical choices, and don't shrink yourself. You're meant to receive just as much as you give. There's a message that's also being given. You weren't asking for too much. You were asking the wrong people. I understand that I was, by the grace of God, able to do these things without cards, and I just find some of these things interesting. Just be mindful what ideas you accept and reject. Okay, this is the other thing. So even in the process of me saying that, because remember I said I'm gonna try to be as respectful as I can of people's culture and things of that nature. Remember that spirituality is a multitude of different things, and it has no it's open to you. It's your journey, your life, right? And so somebody made a statement the other day. They said people are opening portals without knowledge, right? Could be a thing, but y'all figure it out for yourself. And this is why I'm gonna say this, because it also relates to what I said about going to people or getting spiritual counseling from just showing up, and then all of a sudden you're very aware that this person is not in alignment with where you're trying to go. So there are some people that they grew up in this system. This is what they learned from their people, and their people. And again, to each his own. What I'm gonna say is this: your body has already been encoded. We have to remember that there have been so many things that have been tampered with and touched in this realm, on this timeline, on your journey. So people that have come before us may have learned or may have, been under the instruction. And whether or not that's what you fall in, or whether or not that's what you believe or not, or whether or not that's the way you did it, that's great for you. What I'm learning for me is my DNA, my body, my me as a whole um, learns and does what I'm being taught from inside of me. And so that's okay. But people will come in and they will attack, they will try to belittle, they will try to demean, because they want me to follow what they follow. I'm never going to do it. And so y'all also do with that information what you will, because I'm never going to tell anybody to do the same thing. What I'm going to say is I love God. I have a connection that I know is like no other. It's in me. It's on me. It surrounds me. And I don't care, and I don't have to care what you were taught. I don't have to follow what you follow. Um, I just don't have to. And it's okay for me to be that way. I don't need your permission. Vice versa. And I explained it this way: if I get into heaven or hell, it's going to be because of what I did. It's going to be because of me. It's not going to be because somebody told me that I had to follow a structure that was given. And meanwhile, I'm also going to relate it to, if you look at the lifestyles and the structure of the way a lot of these people that, are doing this, it's a thing like, if it bears no fruit, why am I going to continue to fall under that? And at the end of the day, there's nothing here that belongs to anybody, but also everything belongs to everybody. And people can say it is, gatekeeping, or it's, whatever. For me, I'm going to do what my spirit tells me to do. That's it. That's all. I don't need to see your face this morning. Goodbye. Don't be distracted, because remember what I said: the enemy can only take you off your pathway if you entertain the foolishness. Because even that statement. This is the beautiful thing about life. I'm just going to put them in timeout, because what I like is this: I like for them to have to listen to me, and, still have to be present, because they have no self control. They're going to sit and pay attention to somebody that they don't like and try to disrupt. But again, don't be distracted, because if the enemy can distract you, it's delays. It is now somebody that is needing a message that's not getting a message because somebody else is being entertained. And there's normally, guards around. They maybe have done whatever they was doing for New Year's. But either way, I'm going to be the guard and we're going to get the person gone, because that's the type of power I hold. I know how to use this and pluck your ass to the other side of the realm. Anyway, stay grounded, make practical choices, and don't shrink yourself. You're meant to receive just as much as you give. Don't allow anybody to take you off your pathway. Trolls are trolls for a reason, and I'm gonna just say this only because I like to troll with the best of them, right? Um, but mind you, I would never enter into anybody else's space to troll. Normally, I troll when they come over here, and I just start saying, stuff to them, and then they be like, normally I turn a troll into a like they love me, to a fan. All right, that's 4, and it did 8:58 again. So something needs to be said again. All right, so it did the same exact thing. Even when it did it, it was 8:58. No, it was 8:28 the first time. Okay, so it's 8:58 now. All right, so 1, but it's still going. So 4. All right, let's see what happens. All right, that got a little tricky now. All right, so let's see what it does, because then there's something else that just didn't happen, and this has never happened. All right, where's my calendar at? All right, so 8:58 is a powerful sign of major change leading to abundance. It appears so something is happening, but it actually has to do with the message anyway, because when I was saying something about somebody changing the narrative, I was thinking of a specific person, but I also didn't want to I didn't want to add this person's name into the situation, but maybe I might be about to. The person's name starts with an S. How about that? So in case anybody was wondering, person's name starts with an S. So S may be significant or important. 8:58 is a powerful sign of major change leading to abundance. It appears when you're being asked to release old structures, to do structures so something better, more aligned and prosperous can take its place. Big shifts are unfolding, especially around money, work, and purpose. What you release now creates space for financial growth. You're stepping into personal power and independence. Trust the changes, even if they feel uncomfortable. They're dividing. Okay, it says divinely guided, but also what I said, something that's never happened before. It was dividing something by 4, because we were on 4. And it was snooze, snooze, snooze. So that means, hey gays, I love you, thank you for being here. So that means there's a hesitation or a pause, because a snooze is like still relaxing. I'll look it up, because I like making sure that the words are the words, because we have to be mindful of what the words also mean too. All right. Anyway, big shifts are unfolding, especially around money and work. I don't know what that is either, because then there's something else, because then it sounded like my voice changed. What you release now creates space for financial growth. You're stepping into personal power and independence, because something is being multiplied. So was it multiplied or divided? Because that was the thing. So it was being multiplied. All right, so we have to multiply the number. That's where it went wrong. All right, so 858 times 4. All right, so we have a new number. 3423, 234. Because once I turn it around, it's 2343. But the other way, all right, we'll figure it out. But that's also a thing. So then it's a notification is happening as well. A lot of stuff, a lot of energy. So that was two as far as that was concerned, because it's maybe two people that is saying elevation, motivation, or elevated. Anyway, so one year, it was 2023, I saw four falling stars, and what it related to was people. It was during a time when everything was saying everything was about to be shifted. Everything was about to be shifted in a way where it was growth and elevation, but it was going to be a swap, because I told y'all about the wealth transfer back then, but that was 2022. So things were actually changing. All right, so let me get this off my chest because I have to say it. So S is a person that's on the platform, and people were saying stuff about S, right? And so S ended up coming back and saying something to the people, like, they weren't doing this thing, but the people noticed, and that was what was important. The people started to make note of, why is it this happening on the platform, right? And all right, I'm gonna just say it the regular way. So on TikTok, what started to happen was, I noticed there was a plethora of like celebrities and movie stars and other people that started entering into, like, battles and things of this nature, right? I just happened to make note of it. Somebody else made note of it. So one of the ladies came and they said they was tired of seeing certain celebrity. It's Santana. I love Santana, right? Um, Mind you, I tagged Santana on something else the other day. So she was saying she was tired of seeing Santana beg, right? I don't really watch Santana's live, so I don't know what Santana was doing at all, period. Anyway, I did share, like, because I share all the stuff, right? So I shared it. Anyway, long story short, the next thing that I see that shows up is Santana saying that he don't beg, and he established a studio and this, that, and the third, da 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 da, which is also one of the things, like I said, everybody's having a timeline. He got, who he got, and he got rich friends, is what he said. And mind you, I done been saying to y'all the whole entire time, everybody's timeline is not the same. So everybody's on the same timeline, but again, he made his point, and he was very valid, because I done already said that before, right? Anyway, long story short, he came, and then the comments turned into a hit dog, a holler, and this, that, and the third. But a person defending themselves is, a person defending themselves. Anyway, long story short, the people that was trolling him later on said that he didn't show up. But mind you, he was doing whatever he was doing. But mind you, he's not the only one. I'm only using him as the example because he's the one that I saw last night. He knows how to transmute the energy, and that's what's important. Okay, so this is the only reason why this is even being said. So, and again, I love Santana. So, when she said what she said, he went and did whatever he needed to do with the family, this, then, and third. But anyway, long story short, later on that day, I ended up seeing a girl that was super duper happy because she said that he had came into her live and he gifted her a lion, right? Mind you, I never even seen a lion, don't even know what a lion is, didn't even know what the stuff this was, right? About them battling and things, right? So anyway, that was the transmutation of the energy. And mind you, when the boy said the other day, because men these days, I've been talking to y'all about men and some of the ways that men have been behaving. And I'm not talking about the men who are men. I'm talking about the men who want to be baddies, right? And so that was a thing. So right now, divine feminine, divine masculine, apparently that was a thing when, I sat back down and don't know how all of a sudden it was everybody talking about the same exact thing. Anyway, there are some men that will say that they're men that are not men. There are some men that will stand their ground. And so when they were saying something about what's a man baddie, There is no such thing unless you're talking about Santana or that guy that is, I think he's Filipino, or that's a man baddie. But mind you, they already know their description, so not me putting it on it. That's what I went into the comments and I tagged Santana before all this stuff happened. I tagged him. That's the only man baddie. So the guy that was spinning around in the chair, I ain't judging, but it gave very much LGBT da 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 da. That's what I say. Okay. All right. So we're still going. All right. Anyway, so that had already happened before all the rest of the stuff happened. So then I seen that come along. So that's the first time I had tagged him. Mind you, I've never tagged this person before. Um, anyway, long story short, when they started trolling and saying they was tired, and he started trolling back, he came in and he instantly showed up and showed out. He came in roaring like a lion. So later on, because like I said, I seen the girl, and they said they was going to Neiman Marcus because it was burning a hole in their pocket. Da da da. I don't know how often he goes into nobody's chat, or how often he did that. The thing is even if that was his first time, he transmuted the energy because they were saying that he was begging, and he said, "I'm going to give back into the system." So equal give and take, reciprocation. It's also more people that I've been seeing because it's somebody else that um, is begging for attention. Mind you, I'm not going to give the person no attention. And the reason why I'm not going to give the person no attention is because I said don't be distracted. People want you to pay attention to their situations and their circumstances because, again, that distracted, and it may have been, a small distraction or whatever, but he came, he saw, he transmuted. He's doing what he needs to do, right? It could be like, also because trolling was important. I love 50 Cent, right? 50 Cent is one of the people that I admire only because he, instead of him trolling his fans and people that love him, he trolled people that was, you know, up in the system. And if anybody had paid attention to his career, that's the way he always was. He came in, and I think the first thing that I remember was, I don't know if it was called Serial Killer or Rap. Like, he did a thing, and it was like, talking about all the rappers and things of that nature. Anyway, it made people take notice because he wasn't afraid to take shots at people that was sitting in, places. Because I don't think at the time he was doing what he was doing, but the thing is, he did it and he does it better. So when they troll, he trolls harder. And the thing is, he does it with intention because when he come with receipts. But when he comes, she said 50 playing right now. He comes with receipts, and that's the thing that I love. So when the big people that think that they can, silence him or whatever, he comes and he clears it. So it's another thing about people that are being put into the system, and like when you step up or when you elevate, it's gonna be them people. So another thing, and this person that I want to say that, y'all know, if y'all don't know, my favorite rapper Kevin Gates, right? I don't pay attention to Kevin Gates right now because Kevin Gates is on a. But this the thing. He came into the system. He got famous for trolling. So expect the troll to be a troll. But this is the thing. And this is what I'm telling y'all about having eyes and being able to see, right? If you come into the system being a troll, then you're going to be a troll. But depending upon the amount of trolling or who you're trolling or the way you troll, um, can make it or break it. So the reason why I'm not paying attention to that troll is because, to me, I feel like real soon karma is going to sink in. Karma has to sink in because you're playing in people's faces and you're trying to hurt and trying to hurt a baby mama, trying to hurt an ex because you didn't take time to go heal yourself. But meanwhile, you playing in the spiritual realm and everything else. And I don't care how many wives that person take. I don't care. It has nothing to do with nothing. But when you get a person trying intentionally, there's karma behind that. And so we all have to be mindful of the things that we do. And some things are, could be necessary or not. So when they troll again, we troll back. It's okay. But if you trolling and not being informed, it's like the other day there was something that was happening, and I kept being tagged on this lady's post, right, by this lady, and I don't know why um, they decided that I was the person that they should antagonize, but she made a post, and what she said was, and mind you, this is going into the message, so this is the only reason why I'm even discussing it. The lady said that people don't want to see him happy. His happiness was never in question. Um, but what she also said, because it was a little thing with him and that little girl that he talking to, that he said there was a contract, or there wasn't a contract. They were trying to play in the public's face and say that they're married, which is cool and it's great. But truth and clarity says, pay attention and listen. So in the Muslim or Islam community, a lot of people get married on a contract. So they were faking and saying that it wasn't a contract, but technically it either is a contract or a person is legally married to somebody, and you can go figure it out via court records or anything else. But if it's no court records, there is a contract. And so the people, the fans, were saying, y'all, he was just joking, this, and a third. So I kindly go and find the document that states this is how these people get married, and I stick it there because I'm not going to go back and forth with you because it's a distraction. Mind you, what I was doing at the time was posting my content. I was doing stuff around the house. I was doing a whole lot of, stuff that didn't pertain to social media stuff. But meanwhile, I got somebody on social media tagging me and trying to bait me into a whole situation where all you have to do as a person is be able to read and go look up some stuff. It don't take much. And at this point, I don't care who's where and with who, other than where I am and what I'm focused on and what I'm taking the time to learn for me. And I showed up today because start how you want to finish. This is something that I've been doing since 2019. And even though I took a break, starting how I finish means I have to be accountable for showing up at the designated time that I set. It was 8:15. And so being here, even on what somebody else claims is, their holiday or anything else, is important. So how we got here, one of the ladies said, because they be so mad at the fact that anybody can, they want to, don't celebrate or don't get yourself involved because you're celebrating pagan holidays and things of that nature, because the season starts when the year starts. All right. Anyway, long story short, it's a thing about transmuting energy. And so yesterday, what I was doing was basically that, because it's already set in motion. They already changed it. They already did whatever it was that they did. Now, for me, I'm going to make sure that I cover myself for whatever it was that they could have potentially been doing or tried to do. Okay? So, my spirit told me, make sure you light some candles, right? Because not for nothing, I also light candles. That's just what I do. So in the process of that, um, I lit the candles, and this is what I wrote underneath of the caption: withdrawing consent from a collective timeline that doesn't match my truth. Whatever they're doing and however they set this, it was already done before I got here. So spring equinox equals true new year, life returns, cycles restart. January 1st, administrative civic calendar reset, not a natural one. I consciously closed this cycle on my own terms because whatever got put up into the system was already put up long before I got here. But my spirit told me to undo whatever it was that was being done, or whatever it is being done, not out of fear, not out of thinking that these people have more power than me, but just knowing that I have the right to do or not whatever I want to do. Okay? And so I talked to God about it. All right? And somebody could be mad at that, because what they did was, I went out and I did my whole little bonfire thing, because to me it's cleaning and clearing energy, right? Um, if you look under the captions, I put what I put, right? Um, but to me, I'm not going to fall under a system that I know don't care about me. But I showed up during the timeline where, I'm here now, we're already in it. Somebody took and they decided that they wanted to get upset because I posted what I posted, so they flagged it, which also was important into the system. Nothing is a coincidence. It was also showing where, even though it may have gotten, flagged or delayed in a time of it being added to the system or being put up, it still showed up during the time when it was supposed to show up. So I will open the next when the earth does. Fire is one of the oldest intelligence humans have ever worked with. It is not aggressive energy, it is truth energy. Fire doesn't argue, it doesn't negotiate, it simply finishes. And then it gave me the mindset of, like when you come along and it's like, finish him, like take it down. People are going to do whatever it is that they are going to do. You can be passionate about something and instantly you will get the label of, especially me, I got to be an angry black woman because I can be passionate about something. I could be passionate about, what I believe in, who I deal with, or anything else. It doesn't get looked at like that. It gets looked at as whatever this system decides. Mind you, I already said this system don't care about me. So where I sit at is, I don't have to listen to, follow, or agree with anything that's being done. I can just move out the way. And when you're a person that just can move out of the way, that's frowned upon as well. Because the system wants to have to be able to trigger you in a way. I'm not going to be triggered either. Whatever's happening is just happening. I'm going to follow my pathway the way that it's designed for me to follow. The people that are meant to be here will be here. The people that are not aligned, I don't care where they go. It's not for me to decide. It's for God to decide. So when I sat in a seat and I said, I will, do whatever it is that I need to do. I'll go to hell and back to, collectively do whatever it is that we need to do in order to figure out how to change the system, or move or motivate the system in a way. Santana also showed us that it can be done. And I don't want to use that, but that is a thing. They tried to do something. Transmuting the energy, I this. But mind you, the fact of the matter is the fact that so many people called it is also what made the person acknowledge, because they had to acknowledge. They came to the internet and they acknowledged. That's why I can say it. So the collective group that got together and tried to team up, and whether or not they were correct or not my bag, because I don't know. I don't go in there, like I said. So, but the thing is, they changed it. And that could be on a smaller note or a smaller scale, but just imagine if we did it on a larger scale. Just imagine if more people actually paid attention. Just imagine if more people decided that, because not for nothing, he was actually also right on another thing. So they were right, but he was also right on another thing. His people, his group, his timeline could all just be in their own little, bubble and all give to each other amongst that. And then the people that are not on that timeline, which again, like this, so it wasn't like he was talking down to anybody. He said what he said. But people, because, they may not have what they have, they will place themselves on a lower tier. To me, I don't care what none of these people got. At the end of the day, they could be in the same situation as anybody else. Matter of fact, so to the tune of, I went over there and I told even him, I wrote on his wall when he did his last video, if you could please, because I ain't judging, share my GoFundMe, please, with your rich friends, because that's what he said. He has rich friends. I ain't judging. Can you please get your rich friends to, look at this? It's a thing where sometimes the feeling that is within our body is us. If you feel less than, then you're going to be less than. To me, I don't care what none of these people got, because they people the same way I'm a person. If they get cut, they going to bleed too. If they get whatever they get, it's going to happen to them the same exact way. So just because they got put in position, I'm not going to treat you no better or no worse. I'm going to treat you like a person. And that's the difference. Because some people, when they get into a different position, they start acting like the little people don't exist. Or they start acting as if. Or even the little people act like they don't believe that they are deserving of. Why? You actually made it here like everybody else. You are deserving of, even if it's just the basic human necessities and rights, you're deserving of it. Don't let nobody distract you off of your mission. Don't let nobody try to bury you under a pile of. That's not what God chose you to be here for. The same way they got put here is the same way you got put here. The same way they got what they got, you can have what they have. And the same way you may think you don't have anything, so can they. I mean, hello, didn't y'all see the example of, there was a nigga that y'all was just talking about dancing in the videos. Now he in jail. Thank you. So at some point in time, let's all know it and let's all understand that anybody can be put in any type of situation or not. Just because they sit where they sit now don't mean a thing. Just because you sit where you sit now don't mean a thing. Things could change for you just like that at the drop of a dime. Mind you, he wasn't the only person that I did that to, because at the end of the day gonna end, and you being here also, you deserve to be here. If you didn't, you wouldn't have never made it. You would have been, your mom would have been on a table. You might would have been swallowed. You might would have been, but God gave you the opportunity to exist around here. And just because there's some people saying that they think they're better than you, like, I don't care what they say. They're never going to convince me of that. And the reason why they're never going to convince me of that is because you got put in a better position, but meanwhile, you're a nasty individual. You're not trying to help humanity. You're not trying to help anything about this planet or the future. That's how I know. And the people that are in, trying to put themselves into creation, be mindful. Yesterday, I also finally found, remember I asked y'all a couple times about Lot's wife, like why would Lot's wife look back? I heard a story that came from the Quran, apparently they're saying, but mind you, it finished the story of Lot's wife. It was saying that Lot's wife was actually helping, mind you, although she lived with I think they were calling him a prophet, a holy man, the wife was assisting the people that lived in Sodom and Gomorrah. She was helping them to do stuff to the people that were coming in. So they said by day it was smoke, by night it was fire. She was signaling the people that there was new bait is what, I think the word they use. But anyway, new people coming in for them to be able to try to take advantage of the people. So you live with a person that had God's favor, but meanwhile you're undermining what this person is doing by intermingling or helping the people. So I never heard that story before. I was actually glad to hear it because I kept one. It makes sense. But anyway, that was part of the reason. But the other thing is this: they said that in that story that she got told that apparently Lot had got told, "Good morning." What message is being held for review? Potentially inappropriate messages are being held for review. They didn't say anything. They just put a whole lot of emojis in there. Joanne, I love you. Thank you for being here. Sorry your messages got filtered. I don't know why they did that. I think it's just all the emojis. But I love you and thank you for being here. So anyway, the motives and intentions, because again, that's another story that goes to show that a person could, have all the connections under the sun and still follow their own pathway because they're individual. Because what she was doing didn't have anything to do with Lot, and what Lot was doing apparently didn't have anything to do with her. But why would you not assist your husband? Why would you not assist your mate? Why would you think that whatever these people hear, it is the natural? Why would you think that they would be able to help you, but meanwhile you knew that this person that you live with, that you lay with, has a connection to God? Because they're human beings, they're people. But I was wondering, because in the story they said that God told him that he got told, or the angels told him that she wasn't gonna make it. So I'm wondering if he told her, or if he basically just tried to save her without giving her the reason. Because a lot of people will do that too. They will just try to, save you along the way. Meanwhile, God is saying, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Or don't save him. He don't want to be saved. They like being in the carnal world with these people and doing certain things. And so no matter what you say, or no matter what your position is, they're just going to be what they are, a part of the problem. Mind you, she had early warning system and she chose. And so in the process of that, being turned into a pillar of salt seems like, just due for that person, that situation. And again, even here, I literally sat down and said, because there was a time even when a person was doing a thing, and I don't really like using people's names and whatnot, but that person that they just made an example of him, and he locked up right now because he was sitting on top of the world doing ill stuff to people. When the last straw for me from that person was when he made them people walk from across that bridge to go get him something to eat. Like, at that point, I was done with that person. Because you can't convince me that you're a good person because you have the means to do the right thing. And you chose all the nastiest things to do because you had the power to, and you thought it was funny. Right. So, long story short, 2022 or the beginning of 2023, that same person, because they was now under they was under love, right? And if it's a lie, he told it, and I'm sure Instagram and everybody else can pull that live back up. That's the reason why I can say what I'm saying right now. That person said they was looking for new energy. I went in that person's chat and I told that person, you're trying to energy harvest again, because at that point in time is when I knew a lot of things was, already transpiring behind the scenes. So early warning system, that person had already been warned and told, but they was getting ready to try to do it again. Fresh meat. So I'm going to put together, I need these people to come in. I think he was calling for, artists and this, that, and the third, and a whole bunch of stuff. And again, I ain't saying nothing, but I said something at the time when it was happening. And a lot of people had already seen it, because it was a lot of people like, y'all have eyes. Y'all can see. When these people are doing stuff, it's like a person showing up and now the lady, when the whole thing started with Santana, but somebody else was saying it too. Why are y'all giving celebrities that have more money than y'all? Why are y'all doing that? When, but again, if it's their friends, because Santana already told y'all it was his friends, his people. They have the, they have the means to do that. But some people, I think it was Puddin' Pop. That's the lady. I like her too. I don't follow her. I don't follow none of these people, just so we're clear, right? I don't follow Santana. I don't follow Puddin' Pop. I don't follow none of these people. All their stuff just pops up, right? I don't follow Kevin Gates either, all right? So just so y'all know, I follow who followed me. And so, she said it. She said it the other day. I reposted it, right? But these are the same people that will sit in a lot of y'all faces. Y'all out here, y'all just admiring the celebrity, the fan. You're really fanning out over these people. You're admiring them. You're giving them hella energy. But if you ask them for anything, they got nothing for you. It's no reciprocation. And that's what she said. She said it's silence, right? These people have the power to make or break it, even by their fan base. They could just tell their fan base, this person is having whatever. They could fix it even that way, right? And again, excuse me, y'all already know every time I stay here, my nose start running like it's a thing. Maybe all the talking. They could change your whole entire situation, right? They will say that you are the problem because you're begging, but meanwhile what the girl said was that they were begging because they expect for you to just shower them with gifts and this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, their bank accounts is supposedly sitting on, millions. And anytime I hear that, because that was another thing as part of the trolling, the lady that was tagging me was saying that this person is connected to is a millionaire, right? I don't give about no millionaire either. Do y'all know that a lot of y'all have been millionaires probably 10 times over? With the amount of money that gets spent, all of y'all have been millionaires. You just don't see none of your money because they keep raising your bills. They keep raising the prices of food, the clothes. All of y'all have touched $1 million before. Whether or not it was collectively, all at a whole, like you had it in your hand, is another thing. But I need y'all to learn and understand that y'all are way more than that. It's infinite. God already said everything that is here is yours. We keep allowing these people to try to minimize our thought process and everything else. Look, they said taxes, period. Y'all have already touched $1 million. So it's time to think bigger. If you're elevating, I told you, wealth transfer. If you're elevating or elevated, $1 million is like a drop in a bucket. You already did that. Thank God for it. Tell God thank you for the $1 million you already had. This is the changing of the mindset. Mind you, as a person, and I said it before, I kept saying, I'm a little black girl from Delaware, right? From Dover, Delaware. When I even made $500,000 legally, like, I never fathomed me even being able to do that. A lot of y'all, I made it to Earth School. I'm doing something right. Hey, Abby Grace, I love you. Thank you, God. I'm ready for more expansion. Exactly. Elevation, growth, that no man can stop, and no man can tell you how. But this is the thing. We have to be mindful that if everything has been touched, let's be mindful of who we are as people. Our energy is infinite. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I gotta do a video later on, and I've been trying this stuff, right? And the reason why I waited to actually do the video was because I didn't want to give y'all like a review that was unwarranted. And like, anyway, it's this lip stuff that I have been trying, right? And I ain't gonna, but I'm gonna just say it like this. At first, it's so moisturizing on your lips. Mind you, whatever they got in it, and I only wore it twice, but I swear it feels like it's making like it's ripping the skin off my lips. So when I do this review, I really have to say, and it's crazy because when it goes on, it feels delicious. But why is it making my lips feel like they want to hurt? And I had already went and looked at some of the reviews, and I said, you know what? I'm going to give it a real chance. Because I got to see it for myself. That's one of the things about me. Take it how it resonates, because this is how we do people too. But this is real. I'm telling y'all at this moment in time. So you could give a person a chance for yourself, right? After everybody done said everything that they said about the person. I'm using lip gloss. Put it in your, because this earth school, like I said, everything's important. So it may come off because it's like it got nice glitter in it. Like when I put it on, it was like smooth and it was looking good. Mind you, y'all see my face is very moisturized. So I got 3 things in this kit, right? Like the moisturizer. Oh, now that right now is like top tier. But I don't like how my lips feel right now. Mind you, people said that the lips was going to feel like that. I had to find out for myself, and these people not lying. And I can't feel like I got to get on, period. Thank you, Abby Grace. I'm working on it. You already know I got to actually get it back. But them black kids, I'm trying to get them out. And so right now, they done sent me some new creams and this, that, and the third. Mind y'all, that's still part of the message. So just because I got hype, but I'm excited for it. But anyway, still, I was excited for the lip stuff. But right now, y'all, my lips feel like they might want to hurt. And I don't like my lips feeling like that because, you know what I'm saying, I like my lips. They on my face. I'm using it right now. But mind you, this is some high dollar stuff, which also leads me to another thing. I have to say thank you to God, the universe, and, everything right now. Only because sometimes in the midst of us thinking we, don't have the things that we wish that we had or want or anything else, making sure that we are mindful that we have so much. Because not for nothing, I told y'all, I sat in front of y'all and I said I wanted to be the best influencer that y'all, came across. Why? Because I want to be honest. I want to be able to tell y'all the truth. And even if it makes me look like, because there's been times that I done told y'all stuff and I done sat in front of y'all and I done cried, going through, snot bubbles and everything else. Not even this way, like literally crying snot bubbles, because this is what's happening in my life, going through divorce, going through, life changes, this and the third. Meanwhile, guess what else God showed me? If I didn't send you through those life choices and those changes, the people that I need you to meet and the people that I need for you to see, the people that I need for you to see, you won't meet. So if things were this way and I kept you on this track, you needed to see these people over here, but you would have kept going this way. And so it's not a punishment at all, period. And it's the thought process. Because sometimes we may even think something is happening to us, but meanwhile, it's not happening to you. And I don't want to use that narrative of it's happening for you either. It's not happening to you. It is God's way, because God knows you will do the job. Because other people will not have the balls to do some of the stuff that I have done. Whether or not it's going into some of these celebrities and saying whatever, or, tagging. Because, again, something is only what you make it. Something only costs what you are willing to pay for it. Somebody may think that their stardom is, everything. Meanwhile, it's not what I wanted to do, so I don't care. It's not what you wanted to do, so you don't care. That may be their success. Somebody may want to be the best artist ever. And if it's not in you to want to be the best artist ever, you're not going to care. But meanwhile, it's everything to them. If you want to be the best architect, if you want to be the best lawyer, if you want to be the best skydiver, anything that is being done is only worth or what you're willing to put into it, or not. So somebody else could, think that they're sitting in the best position because, ooh, I'm the best, stargazer. Don't nobody give a flying I don't want to do that. Or I could go to the moon. Don't want to go there. I don't trust y'all. Like, oh, we're digging ditches and trenches over here. I can give you the best bunker. I don't want to be put in your bunker. You want to know why? Because for me, and what I feel like is that when God comes through here, that's going to be your tomb. So, as people spending money or people doing things or putting energy is money, time, money, or energy into stuff that I don't care. You're never going to convince me to care. Why should I? And why do you need me to care? That's the thing. Why is it important? Why does it make them feel better about their job if you care? Does that mean that they really don't like the job, or they're only doing it to impress somebody? Because whatever I'm doing, mind you, I told y'all, I like when I'm done and it's summertime, I'll go outside. I'll get on my zero turn. I'll go cut my whole entire yard. I'll go build some stuff. Like, to me, that's what's fun to me. Somebody else may not care. Like, I like doing stuff. Or I could do nothing. It's peaceful. I care about that. Like, what are you willing to give, or what are you willing to be distracted by that's going to take you off your pathway? A lot of these things are not even important. Like, people put a whole lot of weight on doing a whole lot of dumb stuff that's not important to nobody. It's not going to make you, break you, or anything else. But meanwhile, I need you to care. Why? That's like what I told y'all. A lot of y'all are, spiritual people. They go into isolation because once you start dealing with, people and seeing people for who they are, you really don't want to be around them, right? So, like the comments, this is the other thing. So, I'm related to that. A lot of, I done heard a lot of celebrities say they don't read the comments because, it's a lot of negative feedback and this and the third. I laugh. Like, it is funny sometimes, like, just some of the things that people say, because you wasted your time. Imagine waking up on a day to come and help my algorithm. Imagine God waking you up and your focus is me every day. And you have to come over here and put something, a comment or something on my page, or you gotta say something to me. Meanwhile, not realizing you're $1. Every time you come over here and you make a comment, you're helping my algorithm. I know what I am. You can't convince me of nothing that you're saying. To me, it's almost like the thing you want to project. So whatever you write, to me, I feel like that's how you feel about yourself, because there's no way you're going to get me to wake up and go and say, this, that, or the third. Now, some days something to come across my screen and I just be writing because I know somebody else in the comments. I be that type of troll. Like, what I mean? My trolling is targeted and directed. But it be the people that be trolling me. Because, why you over here messing with me? Why you need some of my energy so bad that you do this? So, some days I wake up and I feel like, there's that. Anyway, long story short, you're $1 amount. Most of the time, like, I'm not going to troll you. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to keep scrolling past you because I don't want to see you. Like I just said to somebody else, I'm going to block you and I'm going to block anybody else that basically, I just put you on pause. Because I want you to still have to watch me, because I know that you're going to watch. So all of y'all people that are spiritual people, that they sent armies of people to come and interfere with you. Hey, son, I love you. They sent armies of people to come. Why did so many people have to target little old you when you're nothing? They told you was nothing. Every day they want to say they call you everything but a child of God. Everything. You're this, you're that. They called me crazy. I can take it, and maybe that's what God needed. Maybe God needed crazy because, some people wasn't crazy enough. So, God said the number one. Take it how it resonates. Either way, I'm going to get in and get out. I'm going to do what I need to do and handle this business. And then I'm going to go mind my business. Because I want to go garden. I want to go be out in the sun. I want to go do things that, you know, pertain to my business. So when I show up, know that it wasn't by, you know, any chance or anything like that. When I show up, everything that I write or everything that I post is going to be intentional. Because I told y'all before, I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm the epitome of saying to myself, and I mean like really, really to myself. It's not me saying I'm to myself and then meanwhile I be hanging out with this person or doing this. No. When I be saying I'm by myself, I literally be me, myself, and I doing what I'm doing. Everybody else will say, "Oh, you can't do that. You need this and you why? Y'all need me to need that." Like my son kept telling me, my son is right there. He kept telling me that I need a pet. And I'm saying, why would I need a pet? Pets, if I gotta feed it, I don't want it, right? But they have good intentions because they don't want me to be by myself. Meanwhile, I don't want to have to feed it. I don't want to have to, you know, do anything that you. But long story short, guess what? Guess what I did? I still got the pet because y'all be seeing 7. So it's not me that is needing of the company or anything else. It is somebody else outside of me saying, we're going to do this anyway. And mind you, not for nothing, I love that because, you know, I love her and everything else. But some days when I'm, you know, doing this, she be wanting to play with me and I feel bad because, like, you know, I got to finish doing the things that I said. I sat in this seat and I said, I want to be a content creator. So now, guess what? Me and her be doing videos together and everything else. She loves that. Y'all seen her do a video the other day. So I've been trying to get like pet stuff and things of that nature. So then that way she can participate in the videos and this, that, and the third. But it's not me that insists on. It is everybody else around me. And I love that, like I said. But it's not me. So take it how it resonates. Be mindful. And along the journey, we have to make sure that we know, you know, what's us and what's outside of us. And regardless of whether or not we like it, we love it, or anything else, and you wouldn't want to take it back. You look so handsome. I love your hat.
Thank you.
Every day, they open? Are you leaving?
I'm getting some birthdays.
Oh.
You want anything?
Where you going?
I'm going to IHOP, but if you want anything on the way,
I'll text you and let you know, because I'm about to get off anyway.
Okay.
You don't got to take her. She fine. Oh, not unless you want to, because how you going to take her inside the store?
No, I asked her if she want to go back and go
Oh, okay. See what I'm saying? I'll be volunteering, because, you know what I'm saying, that's like my little partner now. Either way, I'm trying to get her some doggy stuff. Mind you, let me tell you also something else. Today, when I got up, from the time I got up last night, it was, I slept past New Year's, and apparently I was on everybody else's New Year's schedule, because I was on California New Year's schedule and some other people's schedule, because Texas is an hour behind anyway. So, when I woke up, my New Year's had already passed, but I had already knew I was going to sleep. I went to sleep 30 minutes before it was time for, you know, whatever they was doing. So, I woke up, I had put some salmon in the oven, and, mind you, I was just exhausted, because literally I was trying to get everything out of my phone. I was purging my phone, trying to make sure that whatever the timeline is, and because this is a money system, and why everything is, designed the way it is right now, I was trying to make sure that all of my ads and things of that nature was actually caught up in whatever, you know. So while they was doing what they was doing, I was doing what I was doing, right? So now there are ads that transition over. So start how you want to finish. And these are all the things that I told y'all that I want to do. So me sitting in front of y'all saying, I want to do, you know, content. I want to be a streamer. I want to do all of these things. And me figuring out what that even equates to for me, you know, because I'm going to do it my way. Just because everybody else do it another type of way, I'm going to do it my way, right? And so when I woke up, I came downstairs, went in the kitchen, grabbed my stuff. So I made a video. I was sitting there, you know, talking to y'all. So as I'm scrolling, I scroll past somebody. Mind you, it's about to be that time. I scroll past, and then I said, you know, distraction. Don't even do it. But as I scroll past, my spirit said, go back. Scroll back. So I scroll back. And I scroll back. It was one of them things again. I embrace change with confidence. I trust that every shift leads me to abundance and alignment. I am supported as I rise. Whatever it is that you want to do, Do it how you want to do it. Just because this system says something has to be done a certain type of way. Hey, Gary, love you. Thank you for being here. Just because they said, y'all do know it's more than one way to skin a cat. And I ain't, we shouldn't be skinning cats, but it's more than one way to skin a cat. It's more than one way to do a thing. And be mindful that I told you even before, as long as you got you, as long as you don't lose you, that's all you need. As long as you don't lose you in the process. And this is where the distractions come in, because they want you to have to think that they were more important than you into the system. They're not more important than you in this system. You are unique. There is no more. Like, once you're gone, it's a wrap. It can come close. It's never going to be you. Do it how you wish to do it. And those people that love you, those people that are supposed to be a part of your journey and your system, will show up. Don't let nobody troll you into doing something different. Laugh in the face of. Get the mindset and understanding that they came for a reason. They know they can't beat you. So they got to join up in groups. They got to come and talk down. Meanwhile, projection energy. Do you know what you are? I know what I am. I'm amazing. I'm outstanding. So much more. Like, I always say the same exact thing. Like, I can't even tell you. It's like stardust and glitter. Like, all the great things. And people will be mad at you for even that. Understanding what you are, speaking highly of yourself, that's going to make them matter. But why? Why do I have to be less than for you to be happy? Why do I have to be going through in order for you to be happy? I come in the energy of, like, no matter what God is doing for me, if it could be up, it could be down, right? It has nothing to do with me or whatever's happening. It's the placement that God needs me to be in for whoever I'm supposed to meet, or for whatever God needs me to do at that moment in time. Yes, I love my cushy house, right? I love my cushy life. I want it to be more amazing. Like, more and more and more. Like, it gets better, right? And that's the other part. Even in the process of. So I can speak to you about, going through the dark night of the soul. I can speak to y'all about being homeless and having children. I can speak to the women that have children, like the ones that have children right now. I had 4 kids at one time, did 2 jobs, and went to school. It's hard, but I did it. I graduated even though I was a teen mom. So I can talk about a whole lot of things, right? Relationships, like all of these things, right? Mind you, even when I was going through all of those things, every time God did a shift, it got better. Better. And mind you, I done been in a cushy house before, right? And had to go through some things because, dealing with people and growth and ascension. Mind you, even when I lost that cushy house, I got into a better cushy house. Like, I kid y'all not, nothing that has ever happened to me and it felt bad at the time, I trust God. I trust me. And I'm going to do the thing that I need to do in order for me to complete my assignment, to fulfill my purpose. And again, it's not going to be based off of what nobody else tells me that I can and cannot do. You can't enter into this. Says who? Because if God says I can, then guess what? I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it with flying colors. People opening portals. I didn't start opening the portals. They opened the portals. I had to figure out how to maneuver through the portals just the same way y'all doing. Mind you, they telling you in your face they're opening up portals. People will choose not to believe it, but mind you, that's what they said. So I'm going to believe them. And then I'm going to do the very thing that my spirit and my system tells me, make sure you do this to make sure you're covered. I don't care what these people do. Pompeii existed for a reason. They said it, right? So everybody around here thinking that they bigger than the system, including the system, Fried, died, laid to the side. Y'all figured out who's who, dig them up, and now all of a sudden the story's being told by somebody else that's not even, wasn't even a part of the journey. So same scenario. They could be acting the way they acting. They can push the button. They can do anything they want to do. But at the end of the day, who lives or dies decides is going to be decided not on them. They can do what they can do in this system right now, but in the process, the system can do what the system also is going to do too. And that means that if God decides that you be the only person that live out of 9 billion people, that's how it's going to be. It's like when the houses and stuff in California was burning, and then out of nowhere, you see one house standing. The man that had that dark blue house, his house was untouched. Everything else around him, scorched earth. How did he stand? It's amazing how the universe responds or how the universe assists. And we never know what's going to be the thing that the universe does. We keep listening, and that's good, because we should be, paying attention to the truth. We should be watching. We should be seeing. But also just know that at the end of the day going to end. And it's not, their decision. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Hopefully I ain't take up too much of y'all time. And enjoy this day. Enjoy this time. Enjoy the people that, you're enjoying. Don't be distracted, because if the enemy is able to distract you, that's you. You did that. And let people be what they're going to be. Whether or not it's good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, why does it affect you? You have the power to move around. You have the power to block. You have the power to scroll. You have the power to delete. That's it. That's all. I'm going to move away. I'm going to get away from whatever it is that's trying to kill, steal, destroy. Like, I ain't got time. My future is too important to me. My now is too important to me, because I'm running everything at the same time. And if I allow any distraction within this next 5 minutes, it's going to throw me off in, 10 minutes from now. I just told y'all how I was driving, and if I had a swerved too far, I'd have ended up in a ditch. Anything could have happened, but literally 3 minutes before that, a man flashed his lights at me. And y'all know, with a person flash their lights, it makes you think that there's, police officer or some type of, threat that's around the corner. Person flashed their lights to me. Mind you, when I got around the corner, there was nothing. That little bit of, I was going 5 miles over the speed limit. When I slowed down, that's also what made me not hit that possum that came out of nowhere. That's also what made me not turn my steering wheel a little bit harder. Even when I jerked the wheel, it made me think, why did you do that? But instantly, I was trying not to run over the possum. But during that day, I could have ran over two small animals. But I could have also damaged myself by jerking that wheel that way, but I didn't want to hit the possum. But literally that little slight slowdown might be the thing that saved my life, because if that possum just came out of nowhere, and mind you, it was already to the further side of, like, the driver, like where I was. So the passenger side here, I'm driving, it was already over here. I don't know why I didn't see it. I should have seen it when it started crossing the road. I didn't see it. I didn't see it until it was right in my view. And I chose to, and I was a little bit away from it, but I still was trying to go around it. Either way, I could have, did some damage to my own self. But thank God my speed wasn't what it was 5 minutes before, but God had gave me the warning. So a lot of y'all, God already given y'all the warning. Don't kill the messengers. When you hear the warning, heed the warning. It's not nobody trying to do nothing to you. Life is lifing for everybody. I embrace change with confidence. I trust that every shift leads me to alignment. I am supported as I rise. You're not alone. And I'm going to give y'all one more thing, because it's 9:49. So I'm going to give y'all 9:49 angel number, and then we're going to go. And I promise y'all I can read, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, It don't sound like it. I'll be doing it even in my videos, y'all. So, take it how it resonates. 949 is a powerful sign of closure, purpose, and stepping into your next calling. Look at God. It shows up when a chapter is completing so you can move forward lighter, wiser, and more aligned. I told y'all, I don't make this up. This is what it comes out to be. And I don't think this is on the computer, the house computer. So I don't think it's like the phone that hears me talking and then it starts to cultivate a message based off of what I was saying, like the cell phones do. This is on the home computer. So what 949 means for you, a cycle is ending and it's happening for your highest good. You're being guided to release what no longer aligns with your values. People, places, and things. We may want something so bad, but guess what? If it chooses to stay where it's at and it chooses to do what it's doing, know that God got something better. And it don't matter what these people do or how they try to play or anything else, they have no power. Remember what I told y'all before about it's like now the doors are locked and that everybody can see you, but they can't touch you. Ain't no bibbity bobbity boo. They can go to the oldest of the oldest root worker, this, that, and the third. It ain't gonna work because they're also in this system of, whatever this system has done. It ain't gonna work. Your experiences are preparing you to serve, lead, or inspire others. I told y'all I want to be inspiration and I want to do the right things. I said that for myself. So whatever that takes, I align myself for that. Even if it's somebody coming in here and, trolling. It's time to focus on what truly matters and let distractions fall away. You're not to be distracted. Keep going. Stay the course. No matter what happens, stay the course. Whatever you're dealing with is something that God is needing for you to see, because there is something or someone along your pathway that is going to need that testimony, that story, or whatever resources you can provide during that time. I know it's hard. I know it. I have done it. I have gone through it. And sometimes it's easier to, kind of self-medicate and things of that nature. It's okay. But just also know that it's okay for you to do it, walk through this thing sober and clean. And I ain't gonna judge no matter how you gotta do it, because I done it in all ways, all forms, all fashions. And guess what? I ain't sorry at all, period. I was doing what I was doing when I was doing it, and I told y'all what I like, and I told y'all what I don't like. God know what I like. And so, even to the tune of, even now, I want an edible dinner. Ain't got it, can't do it right now, but guess what? I want to do a ayahuasca journey. Ain't did it, can't do it now, but God knows that that's in my heart. God knows that that's one of my, but it's not going to be done until the people that I could trust fully and wholeheartedly are here and around, because that's important to me. That's a journey, a sacred journey. And I'm not going to do it too early, and I ain't going to do it too late. I'm going to do it in divine timing, and whether or not y'all hear about it, whether or not it's recorded, because I want it recorded, and so you'll be able to see it. People do everything they want to do in life, and, there's no judgment that I want to do. Like, this my journey. Somebody else can say, you shouldn't do that because da-da-da-da-da. Well, let me tell y'all a little story. Once upon a time, not long ago, I wanted to have another journey, right? Guess how God stopped me from doing that? So the journey was that journey, right? I wanted to have that one night with the person that I wanted to be with, right? That I was with, that I was, thought that I could trust the most. You know how God got that out of my system? He allowed for a person to do something to me, like, introduce something to my system without me knowing. It literally glitched everything in me. And then God said, don't do that, because that's what that person. And then, mind you, to the tune of, there was evidence and people that could confirm that this person was definitely, on that white girl. And I don't mean nothing by that, but y'all know what it means. Okay? But literally, a person tried to introduce something to my system that glitched me all the way out. And guess what? I don't want to have that journey no more. But God knows what's in my heart. God knew that I said I wanted to do it. Because all I heard was it was going to be a fun night. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't need that. So if there's something that God knows that's in me and I said it or I thought it, God know how to get it up out of me to not do that. Just like them cuss words that I told y'all about. Because, you know, I told y'all I waited my whole life to cuss. God is the only thing that could have got them or can get these cuss words out of my system. So, it's time to focus on what truly matters and let distractions fall away. Nothing is being taken from you, only redirected. What's ending has fulfillment. What's ending has fulfilled its purpose. What's next requires your full presence and trust. Like, we can't be distracted by little stupid stuff, people, places, and things. The enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Some people don't even know that they on assignment to try to be a distraction. Some people are, you know, gun-ho to be a distraction. Like, oh, you want me to go get her? I'll go get her. Like, you know, what's going to cost? Some people will do it for free. Some people will try to come stand in your way for free. Nothing at all. And then when they get their ass handed to them, you know what I'm saying, that's them. At the end of the day going to end and everybody is on their assignment. We got to stay focused. Yes, we do. We got to stay focused. It's more important than ever. Don't let these people distract you, because what I hear, somebody is that Catholic, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. And then the person said, like, how have you sinned or something? Somebody may be Catholic running around here, or it may be next phase of we get ready to learn some Catholic stuff. Because again, that's one of the things about me. I'm willing to learn everybody. Because you can't talk to nobody, or you can't, you know, identify with anybody if you don't know. And for anybody that's new here, I tell people all the time, my covering didn't come from any religion. My covering came from me glitching and going through a spiritual thing. And so whether or not you see it or not is based off of me and God. Don't got nothing to do with nobody's religious nothing. Keep yourself covered, because, you know, demons come to kill, steal, and destroy. Spirits jump. Keep yourself covered so that way they don't, you know, try to hop on board. Hadish, I love you. Thank you for being here. Look, I love you. You already know. So nothing is being taken from you, only being redirected. What's ending has fulfilled its purpose. What's next requires your full presence and trust. I honor endings and welcome new beginnings. Everybody had their chance. If they wanted it, they would have been here. You know what I'm saying? If they wanted to be a part of your journey, if they wanted to be a part of your purpose, if they wanted to be a part of what they would have made provision for them to be here. We just have to take it as people don't have to love us the way that we love them. And that's okay. At the end of the day, you know, that don't mean that you won't ever love. That don't mean that somebody else won't show up. It's just not that moment, that person. That just shut down. Oh, poor thing. I honor endings and welcome new beginnings. I trust my path and step confidently into my purpose. And this is the other thing. So I get to tell y'all something, right? I did a video and I told y'all everything has purpose, right? So messages were being given in numbers. I figured out what the messages that were being given by the numbers were. It was the book, The 48 Laws of Power. So if you have the book, The 48 Laws of Power, the number that I gave y'all, I think at the time, the video was important and intentional, but for some reason now I could just say it because at that time I couldn't say it. 27, that was the law. And I think that law says, plan till the end. Plan till the end. And the thing that people don't like about, you know, us types of people, spiritual people, is that because we pivot or because they don't know that the pivot is something else. Because for me, myself, and that's who I can speak of, I plan life, we doing it now, but I plan life in years. So 5 years, 10 years, you know, whatever. So whatever's happening right now is now going to now, you know, I'm going to write down whatever it is that I need to or I want to do. And my life is going to be planned out 5, 10 years from now, right? we don't know what's going to happen because we make plans and God laughs, but we have to write it down. We have to make it clear. We have to put it pen to paper to let God know that, this is the direction. And then God will, make whatever provisions to, either make it happen because it's in alignment for your purpose, or God will say, nope, ma'am, that's not it. We going to do something else. Okay. Plan till the end. But the angel reminder here is finish what you started. Forgive what's done and move forward without regret. You're exactly where you need to be. And with that, we can close it out. But I'm going to go get the book because I want to make sure that that was the right one. Because it's a video done and it was a couple weeks ago. But literally, the number, when I was giving y'all the numbers, it was relating to some of that. And mind you, what's funny even about that was, that wasn't even my thought process. That was never my thought process. It ended up coming out because the number 27, I think it kept coming up over and over again, right? And then I got directed to this book again. And I'm like, when I went to go look up the number 27, that's what it was. And I said, oh, like I told y'all, God be giving me stuff. It was like when I told y'all I was upset about the readers when I went to go look into the tarot, trying to figure out what the hell was happening. I was mad at them for singing. And it was pissing me off because here I am going through all this stuff and y'all is over here singing. Like, what the hell is y'all so happy for? Because stuff is happening to me and I don't know what that is. Anyway, long story short, because it was ticking me off. Okay, so that ain't it. Because it was ticking me off, it was, it might have been 29. Whatever it was planned to the end. Either way, the video's up and the video's there, so the actual number's right. But I'm gonna give y'all that number too because since it just came up, we listen. Anyway, so while they was doing, planned all the way to the end. It's 29. The video is already posted on everywhere. Mind you, as I was talking, the people got mad because they said, why won't you just tell us what you're talking about? But if you look at the long form video, I was standing in front of the book. But literally it was for my people that was on YouTube for them to know because they know. And so at the time it was whatever was happening, everybody wasn't privy to the information. So I was trying to give the information to them without giving the information to everybody because people be watching my channel and they be trying it. Either way, the law was 29, planned all the way to the end. All right. The ending is everything. So be mindful. But anyway, while they were singing, it was pissing me off. So I started talking to God, like, you keep telling me that, this is where I'm supposed to get, like, watch, because it was the thing. Watch and don't interact. So just watch what was happening. But they sing it and it's getting on my nerves. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I get pops in my brain. Go look up, go grab, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm going to just say it anyway. Uncle Syntax, The Left-Hand Path, right? Literally got directed to this book. When I go upstairs to go get the book, mind you, that book already creepy enough. I ain't gonna lie to you, right? Mind y'all, if y'all don't have this book, it is in my Amazon. I mean, it's in my TikTok store. So click the link down below. You can get it in there. It ain't on here, but it's in the store. Y'all all can get it. So if you don't got it, it is in my shop. All right. Click the link down below. Anyway, soon as I go get the book, I pick up the book. The book opens, like literally, you know how you pick up a book, it falls open? The book fell open to the page of the singing. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all some of this stuff be creepy, like some of this stuff be creepy. But mind you, again, that's why I know I trust me. Follow what, God is leading me to do. So anyway, when the book opens up, it opens up to the chapter where it says, singing is a way to disarm you. It makes you, not think that these people are doing something. Although in that process, it wasn't a bad thing, but it opened up to the part where literally what I was dealing with. So anyway, if that's something, a book that y'all get directed to, be very mindful because, again, stuff be doing what it's doing. But I knew something, because even this book threw triggers to me too for a while. But, here we are. And the lessons be the lessons. But that book said, and this is the Uncle Syntax Left Hand Path. That book said that you're going to pick me up for this time. Thank you for the initiation or something of that matter. And then it said you're going to put me down and forget me. And then when the time is needed and necessary, you're going to pick me back up. That book says that. And I did that. Either way, Law 25 says recreate yourself, okay? So do not accept the roles that society forced on you. Recreate yourself by forging a new identity. You can read it for yourself. Law 27 says play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Mind you, I told you already, you don't need them. But they said play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Now, when I first got this book, I'm going to tell y'all the reason why I felt like, because again, who wants to have to play games? But mind you, if you're given a roadmap of the games that people are playing, because you don't have to want to play the games, but if the people are playing the games, you should be informed. So don't be mad when you get the truth. It's going to make you feel some type of way, because if you're not a person who wants to manipulate, you want to be a person who's always honorable and tell the truth, it's going to make you feel some type of way. But put into your spirit right from the beginning that you're learning people's behaviors. It is what I tell y'all, we must have a person around that is behavioral specialist or somebody, whatever that is, whoever does that job. Somebody came into my energy, and that's what it made me feel like, because they were trying to figure out how do you tick. Well, you're never going to figure that out, because in order for you to do that, you have to come straight through the front door. You have to do it in my face. You can't figure out or do anything. I already did it. Even when I, said what I said, and people can say it was a spell, it was this. The power of life and death is in the tongue. Things that you say have power. You can't come around here through the back door. You have to come the straight way, and nothing that's not aligned with me can come. You don't belong here. So that's it. That's all. Either way, but information. So be mindful that it's not about manipulation. It's about knowing the people that you're dealing with, because some people going to use this for manipulation tactics. I never made it through that book because of that. Well, guess what? You will now, because you automatically know that this is not your character. This is their character. We're going to leave them their character, but we also going to know and spot and see their character. That's important. So that's it. That's all. I love y'all, and enjoy, whatever you're doing. Have the day you deserve. And I'll have the day that I deserve. You know what'd be funny about that, right? Is even when I say that, some people be mad because they be thinking that I said something, ill or wrong to them, not knowing that the day you deserve is based off of you. I'm gonna have the day that I deserve too. And I don't feel no type of way about it when somebody says it to me, because I know I'm trying to be a good person always. It's only the people that, know that they nasty individuals, they get mad when people say stuff like that to them, because they already know they got terrible energy and everything else. So, they can fuck around and find out. Stuff for luck. Anyway, see y'all later.